Hey YouTube, it's Alex. I am 39 weeks and 2 days, right? Today's Tuesday? So 2 days. Um, so I didn't have a great night last night. Um, I got really excited and I thought my water broke, and I checked like 4 different times before I was sure that my water broke. And then when I was like, okay, this is definitely my water breaking, we drove all the way back to Salem from home, so we already were there that day for my appointment and there for several hours just to see if anything would happen after the sweep. We went grocery shopping and then headed home. We were home probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours maybe, and I did some stuff and then my underwear felt wet. I showed Paul because I showed him like everything just to get his opinion. And so he was like me. He thought it was like kind of suspicious about it being my water breaking. And then I took a shower and got really excited and, shaved and washed my hair and all that stuff. And then I got out and then like nothing was really coming out. And so I decided to like kind of do certain like squeezing positions with my belly, if that makes any sense. And then there'd be another gush, and it'd get all my underwear again, like another pair of underwear I put on. And then I took them down, and then did it again, and it got on my hand, and I saw it. It was all clear. I didn't smell it though. I didn't think about smelling it. So I was like, my water broke because it keeps gushing out. It keeps happening. It's not trickling the whole time like with Dante. It like completely like dropped out of me like a bucket of water and just kept coming out, trickling out, and never ever stopped. But this was like in gushes and then nothing and then gush and then nothing and then gush and then nothing. I felt like 100% confident that my water broke because the gushing just kept happening. And so I told Paul, he did amazing and got the kids ready really fast. I got some stuff that I wanted in my bag that wasn't in my bag. And then we left. And then I started getting worried because I'm like, after my water broke with Dante, about 15 minutes after my water broke with Dante, I was having pure pain contractions, like the highest pain level you can go with contractions with him. And they were like 3-minute apart contractions, and they wouldn't stop up until, I gave birth to him. I wasn't experiencing that. I was experiencing close contractions, but they were not hurting me. They were just super really tight, a little uncomfortable just because they were tight, but they weren't hurting me. And that kind of like made me question it. The whole trip there, and it took about an hour and a half to get to the hospital. So I started kind of like doubting myself, and then we went to triage, and every time I had a contraction laying down on my back on the bed, I would feel a gush, and I would get so excited because I'm like, oh my god, it feels so weird, and I would just like have the biggest smile, and I'm like, I'm definitely labor, there's no doubt about it, because I was like doubting myself, and I kept feeling the gushes and stuff. And during this was happening, she did 2 like swab tests. One if the Q-tip turned black, then it was definitely my water, but she said that it's not always like accurate, so they do a second test at the same time, but it takes a long time for the results to come back because I sent it to the lab. And so while we were waiting for the test results, because the first test did not come up black, and then while we were waiting for the other one, I was just like on the monitor for the heart monitor and the contraction monitor, and my contractions kept coming. They never stopped, but they still were not really like painful. They got a little more intense, but not too much more intense. And every time they would happen, I would have like gushes of like liquid coming out, and I could feel it, like no doubt about that's like there's like water coming out. And so that made me feel a lot better. And then I talked about it so much it happening that the nurse that was taking care of me, she's like, let's change the pad that you're on, And she goes, congratulations, you know, you went into labor on your own. Because how much I kept saying I was like gushing full liquid every time I had a contraction. And then when she pulled out the pad, she really looked at it and she goes, it looks a little yellow. And I'm like, what? No. She goes, yeah, it's really light, but you can tell it has a yellow tint, like little yellowness to it. I'm like all sad, and I got really discouraged. And then she came in and told me that they mislabeled my test. She put someone else's name on my test thing to see if it was amniotic fluid, and then they'll have to do it again. So we had to wait a little longer, and then she came back and she said it was negative, that it was not amniotic fluid, that I've been peeing myself. And that's crazy to think, because I've tinkled myself once before, but not multiple times within like 2 hours, like over and over and over, like the gushes. Did not feel like peeing, nothing. It felt like, I don't know really how to explain it, but I feel really bad. I had my sister that lives also at the coast. She's the only other family member that lives out here. She lives a little further than me, actually. So I was 100% certain that my water broke, and I want her to be in the room, so I told her, my water broke, we're going to the hospital right now. So she drove all the way out there again. This is her third time thinking I was in labor, going out of her way to be there with me when I'm not really in labor. And then, so I feel really bad about that. My brother-in-law brought his girlfriend that I'm super close to, that I want also in the room. I don't feel too bad for them because they live in Salem and they stay up late anyway, so it wasn't a big deal for them to come. But I still feel bad, and I think I feel worse the most for Paul, because this is his baby too, not just mine, and he's very anxious as well as myself to meet this little baby and find out if it's a boy or girl. And so I'm just embarrassed by the whole thing. But I really was sure. He even saw like my underwear and saw how saturated they were. We didn't smell pee at all. Did you smell any kind of anything? It's so bizarre. So I still have contractions. They're still not really that strong. Sorry, I'm really, really, really hot. I have a full-on cold now. I feel like I have splits on the side of my mouth, which really hurt. Keep putting chapstick on and it's not making a difference. This cold is not making things good, which kind of makes me happy I didn't have the baby, because I am feeling awful this cold, and I don't want to be a brand new mom to a brand new baby feeling this way. So I'm hoping I'll feel better when I actually go into actual active labor. I took a nap today, woke up, and ever since I've been hot. I don't know if you can see my foot, but it's super, super swollen, and it's really, really, really hard to stand, and it's been like that all day, even after taking my nap. The swelling never went away. I've been drinking as much water as I can. I just feel so uncomfortable. I feel miserable. I'm so done being pregnant. Paul actually called in for me tonight from work because of how tired and exhausted and how uncomfortable I am. I'm just not doing very good. He went and got me some medicine that I could take for my cold. That's okay for pregnant women, thank God, because I didn't have any last night and I had the worst night of sleep. We didn't get home until like 3:30 in the morning, so we're exhausted. Little Light is moving so much that it hurts. I've been having crotch pain. I ate a whole pineapple to myself today, because I kept saying like it'll help induce labor if you eat a bunch at once. And then after I ate the whole pineapple within like 30 minutes, I read it's not good to eat that much pineapple too much at once. So I'm like, great. Paul and I hung out today. Wink, wink. So we're trying to get this baby out, because it's not that, it's like, oh, we want to meet the baby. Well, we want to meet the baby, but that's not why I'm trying to induce labor. I'm trying to induce labor because my feet are getting worse and worse. I can't stand. I'm hurting. I'm uncomfortable. These contractions are driving me crazy. It's not being impatient. It's me being Like, I want to feel normal again, and I don't, and I'm tired and exhausted from the pregnancy. That's my update. Alright, bye guys. Oh, question of the day. I had it in my head and now I can't think of it. Crap. I'm sorry. I'll have to come tomorrow because I can't think and I'm already past 10 minutes. And I already had it in my head before I started recording. And now I can't. Oh, did you write a birth plan? Did you have a plan, or did you like, I'm going to try it this way, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen? Or did you have like a distinct thing that you wanted no matter what when you went into labor? Did it work out? Did it not work out? That's the question of the day. Did you have a birth plan? Alright, bye.